Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Snyder, the dental director of the St. Vincent de Paul Charity Dental Clinic here in South Phoenix. And we have with us today again Betty Contreras. And welcome to the Chronicles of Betty. Betty, last time we talked, you had just come over to America with your brother. And we talked about the first few weeks that you were there and how they had a swimming pool and you were kind of amazed. They had a shower and they had TV, and I think you said you the
they
first
had
show
food.
Yeah, food, that was good. And a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
And I think you said the first show that you kind of saw was Jerry Springer. Yeah. Did I have anything? Well, you didn't have TV in Mexico, right?
We did, but it didn't work.
Oh, okay.
So it was just for
Did you go around the back and look out and like
just to pretend we had a TV?
So yeah, things went pretty well for a while, but then all of a sudden you seemed to notice that there was some tension in the house. Well, let me ask you first. You said they did sign you up for school. You went over, and so, but you actually never attended school.
No.
Why was that? Was it just school hadn't started up yet? Or?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. And then when I was supposed to start, I was already having problems, with my sister-in-law. So before starting school, I was kicked out of the house. So I couldn't go to school because I didn't know exactly where it was, and I needed to take an adult with me, obviously a family member. And they didn't want nothing to do with me, so I'm like, okay, not school.
Yeah, and I want to explore that a little bit. So, how long were you in your brother's house? When you first got there, did your sister-in-law readily accept you, or was there tension right from day one?
There was tension way before I came to the United States without the family. I was little. I knew that my oldest siblings and my mom didn't like my sister-in-law. I didn't know why. In my mind, I thought it was because she was older than my brother, and then that was it. But I didn't think anything bad of her or anything. So when we got to the U.S., me and my other brother, I thought everything was going to be fine. I thought she was going to be so happy having a sister-in-law home. And I was little. It's not like I was an adult. I was only 11, about to be 12 years old.
Yeah.
So.
And had you met her prior to coming to the United States?
Yeah, in Mexico.
Oh, okay. So you had met her in Mexico and that. So what were some of like your early little signs that she wasn't too happy that you were in the house?
I think just seeing her the way she acted after my brothers left for work, she was a different person. A different person. In front of my brother, she was really friendly, very loving person. Oh, if you're hungry, she will make food for everyone. And then as soon as my brother was out, you can't open the fridge, you can't grab nothing to eat. You can't even use the restroom. You can't watch TV. All you gotta do is just either babysit for her, because she will take off and then leave the kids with me, or just sit on the couch, and then that was it.
Now, how old were there 3 children? I think you said
2.
2. Okay, and how old were they?
Oh, they were little. Probably the youngest, he was probably like 2 years old. Yeah, and the other one maybe 4 or 5 years old.
And did they take to you pretty readily?
Oh yeah. Well, they were little, so they didn't know.
But yeah, I mean, so that's how my grandchildren are with my daughters. They're aunts. They can't wait to, for the aunts to show up and play and things like that. And I'm sure you were like that. Being closer to their age, they kind of gravitate. So did the children at any time, like especially the 4-year-old, did they notice maybe there was tension?
No.
Okay,
not
so that was pretty good, yeah. And so as things progressed, I think you had mentioned that she actually started to physically abuse you. Is that right? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Good fresh ones. Right and left.
Do you remember the first time she actually hit you?
It's hard to remember exactly the very first time because it was a lot. Maybe during the week we used to fight for out of the week, maybe like 4 days out of the week. Yeah, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I didn't defend myself because I was little. And yeah, she used to be.
So would she hit you with her hand or with a belt or?
No, with her hands, and then pull my hair, and it was just, yeah.
She would pull your hair?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So what? Wow, that's yeah. So that then did she like say go to your room or how once you start hitting somebody? I mean, what would be something that would set her off, so to speak?
I don't know if she was just being mean. Out of anything, I would be sitting on the couch, and she would just like bump my head, or she would start saying things about my family, and then little by little I would start like answering back, and she will get furious, and then she will come to me and then start hitting me. And then I remember hiding in a closet. I'm like, yeah, my brothers didn't know, and I didn't want to tell my brothers because I didn't want any problems, and I didn't know if my brother was going to believe me what she was doing, because whenever my brother was there, she was an angel. She was the sweetest person, so nice, so different.
Wow.
So that kind of knew if I said something that he was not going to believe what I was saying. Plus, he knew that my family in Mexico didn't like her, so maybe he was gonna think that I didn't like her too. So what I started doing, it was just lock myself in the closet, one of my other brother's closet, until both of them will go home, and then that's it. So I will wait to eat and to go to the restroom until they will come home.
Did she ever like scream or yell, like come out of there or anything?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
many times.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the times I remember that she was in her room with her sister and her cousin, and then I wanted to pee so bad, and I was like, oh my God, I can't pee in the closet, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna try my best not to make any noise, and I'm just gonna walk slowly to the restroom, and then the whole time I was like, remember not to flush the toilet, because if you do, you're gonna make noise and then they're gonna come after you. Well, guess what I did, and I forgot. I flushed the toilet.
Natural reflex. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So when I flushed the toilet, I started running for my life just to the closet, right? It was not even far away. It was in the living room, and she was in the
Did you think of locking the bathroom door?
No, not really, because I knew that if I locked it, they had a key, something to open it. So I started running to the closet, and then I heard her say to her sister, "Oh, she's out, let's get her." So here I am running for my life. I thought, it felt like an hour running, but but it wasn't. So when I was trying to open the closet to hide again, she grabbed me by the hair, and then she put me to the floor, and she was like, so what I instantly did is put the key in my mouth. So she forced my mouth open, got the key out of my mouth, and then she got the key, and of course she slapped me and hit me and grabbed my hair and everything, and then she opened the closet, and she started going over all my brother's things on the closet. She wanted to see what we had in there, why was I hiding there and everything. So yeah, I started crying. I remember crying a lot. And then when my brother got home, both of them, the first one, the owner of the closet,
that was his house?
Yeah, got home, and then he saw me that I was like, my eyes were like puffy because I was crying all day. And then I told him, I said, oh, well, she hit me and she stole the key and she went over your things. And I should have done that because I knew that it created problems. So when my brother found out that she and her sisters were like hating me and holding me to take the kid away, he went in and talked to her, and she slapped him.
She did?
Yes, so bad. I
wow.
remember. And he got so mad, Dr. Snyder. I don't think I ever seen a guy hit a girl, but yeah, he just like boom, slapped her back, and then all the three girls, like, it was like weird because they looked like monkeys on top of him, like they were scratching his face, they were like kicking him and everything.
Oh,
it was a
geez.
mess, and I was crying because I was like 12 years old and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to call police because we didn't have papers, so I didn't want to
Oh, yeah.
like get deported. And then my older brother comes home, and then as soon as he opens the
And
door,
he's the husband, right?
yeah, this is the husband of my
Yeah.
sister-in-law. So he opens the door, and as soon as he opens the door, she started crying like crazy. Oh my God, your brother hit me, your brother did this and this and that. And my brother was like, what's going on? And we didn't say anything. We let her say her things, and he never let us say anything or explain ourselves. He just said, I want you guys out of the house right now. I don't care if you guys don't have nowhere to go, you guys are out of my house. So
the brother, not the husband, how old was he at the time?
probably he was like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm. So
He was young
working
too.
in it, yeah.
Yeah, he was young too.
Yeah, wow. So
And my brother, my sister-in-law's husband, he was probably like 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you said that last episode, you said that the first show you ended up watching was Jerry Springer. And it was almost like you had your own Jerry Springer
That's
episode.
where I learned some moves to defend myself, literally. Because I remember at the beginning when I got there, I didn't say anything. I was always quiet. I would let her hit me, you know. She was the owner, you know. What can you do? I can't go anywhere, so
Yeah.
whatever. Might as well here.
So,
but
yeah.
then little by little, I started like talking back, and then I started hitting back. But when are you gonna compare yourself, a 12-year-old, with a 23, 24-year-old? Never. Of
Yeah.
course, she's gonna be stronger, you know. And I don't know. It was tough.
Huh. Wow, that's amazing. So, did he tell you like you had to leave right there, or like leave tomorrow morning, or?
Right in there. I remember it was probably like 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you and your brother both left together then?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, did your brother that had to leave with you, did he kind of watch out for you, or were you pretty much on your own?
No, he did at some point. And then after we ended up going to one of my brother's girlfriends. They were not dating, they were just friends, but they knew each other from the apartments. And then this girl was pregnant at that time, and I guess her boyfriend, she was having problems with her boyfriend. So what my brother did, this is what I'm thinking that he did, you know, he, in his head, you know what, we need somewhere to live. I'm gonna start flirting with my friend, take over the baby and be nice so we can have someone, you know, where to stay. And that's what he did, and we ended up staying at her house for a while.
How long did you stay at her house then?
We stayed there for maybe like 2-3 months, and then they rented a house. And then I moved with them, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna be nice. Everything's gonna be like so calm, no fights, none of that. And one day they were fighting, they were arguing.
Is this before the baby was born?
Yeah. They were arguing, and I could just hear them arguing and fighting and everything. And then she stayed on the room, and my brother went to the kitchen, and I was in the kitchen. And then I didn't even say anything, but I looked at my brother, and then he just said, what are you, in bad words, looking at me. And I just like didn't say anything. And then he grabbed me and he kicked me.
Oh, jeez.
And then he said, go away, I don't want you in my house. So I was like, what? Wait a minute.
And at this time you were like, what, 12 or something?
Yeah,
or?
I was already 12. Yeah.
12, yeah.
Yeah. So he said he didn't want me in his house.
Even though you had nothing to do with
Yeah. It was funny. I think I remember too, it was around 8 at night, and he just kicked me and then said, go away. And so I was like, where am I going now? So I started walking back to my other brother's house again after months of not seeing him. and I didn't know what to do. I was only 12 years old.
Did the girlfriend that was pregnant, did you have a good relationship with her?
Yeah, she was. She didn't speak Spanish really good, so it was, for me, it was hard to communicate with her.
Okay, yeah.
But she was okay. She never did
But
nothing
she
to
didn't
me.
like stand up for you and say, no, she's not going? Or
No.
You can't send a kid out there?
No.
No, it wasn't that, huh?
No. So I ended
Wow.
up walking to my brother's apartment. Had to knock on the door,
Oh, wow.
which I didn't want to. Again, I'm like, oh my God. So I did. I ended up knocking on the door, and I told him that my brother had kicked me out if I could stay a few days, and then maybe he could send me back to Mexico. And then he said, yeah, okay, I'll let you stay. And then I saw my sister-in-law. She was in the kitchen, and I was like, what?
Look out, huh?
Lord Jesus, not again.
I like, can you show, I like when you used to show me how, I mean, it was joking, but how you would fight. Remember how you put your...
Yeah, like
like-
this. Every time I see my sister-in-law, come on.
Yeah, always protect, huh?
Yeah, protect yourself all the time.
So, at that point in time, you were hoping to go back to Mexico, or did you?
Yeah, because I remember a night when I was sleeping, even though when I moved with my other brother that things were good for a few months, I was just thinking, like, what am I doing here? I'm not with my other siblings, the ones that I'm really close to. I'm not in school. I'm still little. I can't work here. I don't have papers. I wonder what the future is going to look for me later on. And I said, I better go back to Mexico and be with my family over there.
Yeah. So then what changed your mind to not do that?
Well, nothing changed my mind. I think the way everything went, because after I went back to my brother, I lived with him for about a year. Now I was already like maybe 13.
Did his
going to
wife's
14.
attitude change at all? Or?
Oh no, there were fights
were
after
still-
fights. Yes, and then I think the very last time we lived together, this time they didn't kick me out. I left. I said, you know what?
Did you tell him you were
Adios.
leaving, or you just left?
Yeah, I told my brother. I said, the reason why I left, it was a huge fight. Huge, Dr. Schneider, huge fight.
Were you involved, or between
Yes,
those two?
and
Oh.
no, it was me and my sister, my
Okay.
sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, she even bit my leg. It was that bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Oh, man,
bad.
too bad we don't have this on film. That could be
Hey,
the next episode.
Just picture it. Me running, on the apartment at 2 a.m. with my basket full of clothes, trying to get away from her, being under a car, so she couldn't find me because she wanted to fight. Still fight. This lady likes to fight. She should be like a boxer or something.
Did you ever see Eddie Murphy Coming to America? Did you ever see that?
A long time ago. I don't remember much.
Yours is a much better story. Coming to America. We need to make a movie about that. I mean,
Oh Lord.
so you left your brother's place and you decided to leave.
Yeah.
Did you have a plan at the time, or you just said, I'm out of here, or what?
Not really. No, I didn't. But there was this friend that I had met through one of my cousins, and she was staying with me. She was that night she was hanging out with me. We were about the same. She was a little older than me, maybe like a year or two, and we were hanging out together. And she was actually dating my cousin, but my cousin was married.
Oh.
So
We have to make this movie.
so his wife was in there, and then whenever she was in there, obviously my friend was going to hang out with me, but honestly she was just using me to be with my cousin, right? So then we go to his apartment, and in my cousin's apartment, his brother-in-law was living with him. Now he came from Mexico to work, for a few months, and then he was gonna go back to Mexico. Well, little did I know, when I go to my cousin's apartment to take my friend, then I see my sister-in-law, and she's kissing with my cousin's brother-in-law.
The one who kicked you out and all that?
Yes. So I'm walking to the
What?
apartment, and then I see her kiss. They're kissing each other, and she sees me, and I was just like, what's going on in here? So I just backed out, and then I started running. I was like, I'm gonna tell my brother.
Too bad you didn't have like a cell phone, take a movie. You could have
Right.
stayed in her house forever.
So she ran after me. So she's running after me, and here I come to the apartment. My brother is in the living room taking care of the kids, drinking a beer, watching football. And I just ran into my room and locked the door. And I was like, what should I do? Should I tell my brother what I just saw? Is he gonna believe me, or am I gonna hurt him? I didn't know what to do. So I locked the door, and she comes running, and she's trying to kick the door open. And I could hear my brother saying like, "What's going on? What are you guys fighting again?" And this and that. And she was just going crazy, like, "Open the door, and I'm gonna kick blah 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 blah." And I was like, "What should I do? What should I do?" So then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna open the door. This is not the first time I fight with her, so might as well. You know, I'm already mad because I see that she's cheating on my brother with his cousin's husband. So I was like, she needs a fresh one. She needs a fresh one. So I opened the door, and as soon as I opened the door, we just went at it, Dr. Schneider. By this time, I'm already defending myself. I have a few moves. You know, it's not no more like this. It's like a good fight. It was huge. So here comes my brother, and he's trying to like get us apart. He couldn't. So here comes my friend, and she's trying to help. It took us probably maybe 10 minutes. We were just going at it.
Wow.
So then at this point, I didn't tell my brother what was going on. So I told my friend, I said, grab everything from the closet, put it in a basket, we're leaving. Where? I have no idea, but we're getting out of here. And then I started, somehow he got a hold of my sister-in-law, and then we started running with the basket full of clothes. And I could just hear her following us on the apartments and saying, I know you're here. Where are you? I'm going to kick da 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 da. And I said, you know what? She needs another fresh one.
And you went and fought again?
We went to fight, and then my brother comes, and then I told my sister-in-law, tell my brother, why are you fighting me right now? Let him know why you're fighting with me. And then I told my brother, do you want to know the reason why she's fighting me? And I told him. So when I told him that, you know, people were already like saying things about my sister-in-law and this guy, but it was just rumors, you know. No one saw anything, but then I got to see it. So I'm like, now everything makes sense, what people were saying, or friends, you know. And then as soon as I told my brother just let us go, like, okay, kill yourself, you know. And then my sister-in-law stopped, and then she let me alone, and she started like walking towards my brother, and she was like, let me talk to you. Like, she knew right away that, you know, he kind of believed what I was telling him. So they walked away together, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm out of here. I went back to the apartment and grabbed everything that I had, and I told my brother, I said, I'm sorry that I had to tell you this, but I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna stay here. I think you guys should fix whatever problems you guys have if you're gonna stay with her, but I'm out of here.
And you were only like 12 years old at the time?
By this time I was 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. But still, I mean,
14.
Yeah.
So we ended up, my friend was like, well, where are we gonna go? And then I said, to your house. And then she said, no, but I ran away from my house. So oh, what a good plan, right?
So where did you guys
so I said, no, we gotta talk to your mom, and we gotta go to your house because we don't have nowhere else to go. And she said, okay. So she calls the mom, and the mom said, yeah, go ahead and come back.
Wow.
Because this friend, she was probably like 16. So she
So
was
she was a
little,
little bit
and
older than you?
yeah,
Yeah.
but she was running away from her house. So obviously their parents were looking for her, and they don't know where she was. So when
So-
she tells them, "I'm going back," of course they're gonna say yes.
They were.
come
I mean,
back.
they loved her. They weren't.
Yeah.
Didn't want her
Oh no.
kick out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I moved.
Well,
in with
wow.
them.
I think that's enough excitement for one episode.
Oh,
Seriously, this
Lord.
has to be a movie. I mean, this is like amazing. You know that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. Next time I want to pick up there and find out, how you progressed from there, and kind of how things happened until we ended up meeting that fateful day at Yoshi's.
Okay.
And how old were you when we met at Yoshi's?
I was 20, I believe.
Okay, so we still have 6 years to go.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, wow. I mean, this is amazing. So if you would like to help us with our mission here at St. Vincent de Paul, first of all, please tell your friends about the Chronicles of Betty. And if you would like to help us, you can see on the below as with the sign out sheet how you can help us. If you want to help the dental clinic specifically, please designate dental. Below, it'll take you to the St. Vincent de Paul donation page. There's many other wonderful things that we provide here for people, be it clothing, be it food, be it shelter. The medical clinic, we have a wonderful medical clinic. Whatever touches your heart. But if you do decide to give to dental, please designate dental. And then also, please let them know that you heard about us on the Chronicles of Betty. So until next time, as we tell everyone in the dental clinic here, be true to your teeth, and they won't be false to you. Take care. Bye-bye.